every common man and woman know that this country is about racism. You know what I'm saying? It's about just trying to separate me from loving you.
And that mountaintop that Dr. King talked about, we're still fighting to get there. Racism still exists today. In fact, in the 60s, I would have preferred to live there because at least you would have called me a nigga and made me come in through the back door.
Who am I? I'm Mike Brown. I'm Eric Garner. I'm Walter Scott. I'm Tamir Rice. I'm Freddie Gray. I'm Jordan Baker.
My grandson, he is 8 years old. I don't have answers for him. I don't know what to tell him. His dad is left 3 blocks away from his home, never to return, and our lives were upside down and changed forever. Again, there was a script. I was in fear for my life, and it ended my son's life. And that story, it's just that. It's fictional, and it's a fairy tale. It wasn't the truth. And I'm asking that everyone will go in and sign the petition, and I'm working with what we have. A voiceforjordan.org. I need to be a voice for him as we mourn in our country for the Freddie Grays, all of the people. There were a lot more that couldn't be on these posters, but my son is there and other mothers, they're mourning as well. So that's all that I have to say, and thank you so much.
There's an old African proverb that says, 2 men in a burning house must not stop to argue. This applies so well to African Americans. And I feel like with Jordan Baker's case, there should have been hell raised by black people in this city.
Any one of us could be a hashtag tomorrow. Any one of us could be on these posters. And it's going to take people having these difficult conversations and realizing the racism and the implicit biases that are taking the lives of people today.
If you have nothing to replace what you're talking about taking down, we're in trouble. You're smart. I see it every day when you come to our house over at Project Row Houses.
We don't own anything in this country. Name me one black-owned oil company. Name me one black-owned car manufacturer. Name me one black-owned sports league. Name me one black-owned TV network. BET is not black-owned. We don't have anything.
The system is not broken, it is working. In this country, black people were once 3/5 of a fucking person according to the Constitution. The system is not failing you. The system was made to fucking kill you, oppress you, to keep you poor, to keep you locked up. Like in the case of Amadou Diallo, who was an African man in New York who had his cell phone in his hand. They said it was a gun, shot him 41 times. They got indicted. They were not convicted.
The politicians aren't out here because they don't give a shit about black or brown people. They don't care if we're dying in the streets. Well, I mean, what are they going to do? There's no reform in murder. They got the politicians and the cops, they got blood in their hands.
Sean Bell, on his wedding night, 50 rounds fired into his van of him and his 2 friends by undercover cops. They were indicted, never got convicted.
They are causing all of our young people to have felony records. You can't vote. You can't buy a house. You can't own land. They are purposely eradicating you and taking you off the books.
No, listen up. Well, I don't need no goddamn excuse. I don't need no goddamn excuse me. Get your goddamn assault rifle and start patrolling the goddamn streets and patrolling your goddamn neighborhoods, and the cops won't fuck with you with a goddamn rifle in your hand. It's when you got your goddamn hands up or walking back from you, that's when they shoot your goddamn ass. Get your goddamn gun and patrol the fucking street. Don't be scared. Stop being goddamn coward.
There's not a need to say fuck the police if we're not going to galvanize ourselves in a manner and vote and get the powers that be out that we don't trust. Does not matter. We can boo all we want to, but if the same legislature stays in place, we can continue to say, fuck the police. They're going to stay in place.
You got to stop being consumers. Ride our bicycles more. Because you can have that system that you have. We're not going to fund it. We're not going to help collude with it. No more.
I'll tell you what right now. My ancestors didn't march so long.
they didn't stand up for so long. They didn't speak so strong for me to sit down in 2015. And the question we have to ask ourselves, which is so one point, is, am I ready to give my life for this? And I'll tell you right now, I am. You know why? Because I'm going to go to jail anyway, 6 out of 10 of us. I've already got 6 warning shots in the back anyway, anytime I'm starting to march. So if I'm going to die, if I'm going to get shot, if I'm going to be brutalized, I'm going to be looking face forward.
When are you going to stand up? When are you going to rebel? When are you going to realize that it doesn't fucking matter whether you are for violence or against it? Malcolm and Martin were both murdered by this government. Tamir Rice was a child playing with a toy in a park when he was murdered. Anaya Jones was asleep in her bed when she was murdered. Eventually, you have to stand up, because I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
Every time I go on social media, there is videos of fights that have been viewed millions and millions of times, but we have spoken word, we have community outreach, we have positive programs that are getting, 50 views. What are we telling these children? What are we telling these young people? We're telling them that the way to get our attention and the way to be celebrated in our community is to do destructive things that not only destroy the world around them, but destroy them as people, as individuals, and us as a community.
Now, if my brother over there says he wants to have AKs, I say God bless him. If my brother and sister over here says I want to have my hands up, I say God bless her. But I guarantee you, if they reach their hand out to me with an AK, if they reach their hand out to me in peace, I'll be grabbing both hands at the same time.
There's 2 things that this country understands, and that's war and that's money. And so we need to do one of them. And I'm not advocating for war, so get you all some money.
You whip clean, quite new, but you got all this stuff trying to hide behind the fact that people are dying every day trying to be like you. New World Order trying to create new world borders. Stepping outside of the guidelines. I mean the outside of the guidelines. Infiltrating through the media, Google, Wikipedia. You know what I say? Whatever happened to the true process? Whatever happened to if the suspect is right or wrong, we should determine that by following the due process. I'm about to break this broom. Will somebody please get this elephant out this room?